on the Asian continent and in the Western Pacific Ocean. A land area of 9,600 square kilometers, limit to the north with Mongolia, Russia. China is the third largest country in the world. The maximum temperatures of China do not exceed by much the 30 degrees, and the minimum temperatures in some areas like Beijing can even negative. China has the 4 seasons and average temperature at 10 degrees. Is the most popular country in the world. World's leading economic language of China. China is a multi-ethnic and multilingual country with a great linguistic and diversity and language of several language families. There are living language currently 2,000. The language is called Chinese Standard Mandarin. The food typic is some important typic dishes are the dim sum. This dish has vegetables, meats, and the seafood. Some important typical dishes are dim sum. This dish has vegetables, meats, and seafood. Other is shark fin soup, and other is abalone on bit of lettuce. This dish has fish and seafood. Party typical of China are the Chinese New Year is celebrated on the first day of the first lunar month on January or February. Lantern Festival. Connections between China and Colombia are: in the commercial area, exports of Colombia oil to China stand out. In terms of inverse term, the substantial weight is recorded by companies such as Huawei, cell phones, and new technologies, Photon heavy goods, vehicles, and Sinopec petroleum. China is the second commercial partner of Colombia and the best investor for the country. Exports to this country represent 27.9% of total Colombia external mix in the underbelly, the most important commercial partner of our country. The biggest export from Colombia to the North American country are vegetables, flowers, foods, pearls, and precious stones. Colombia has a great opportunities to supply the Chinese market with products such as fruits, meat, products and chemical and metal machine inputs.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the types of economic policies applied in China. The first 5 years plan was since 1953 until 1957. Well, it was emphasized on the industrial development. The bulk of the store's investment was channeled into the industrial sector, while agriculture was forced to rely on its own meager capital resources for a substantial part of its fund requirements. Underway in 1958, the policy of Green Leap Forward was announced. In the agriculture part was involved forming communes, abolishing private plots. In industry, the construction of large plants was to continue, but it was to be supplemented by a huge drive to develop a small industry, making use to a large number of small, simple, and locally plants to make it work. So the third was the great proletarian cultural revolution began in 1966, but unlike the Great Leap, didn't have an explicit economic philosophy. Nevertheless, industrial production was badly affected by the ensuing decade of conclusion and strife, which also led some difficult legacies for the Chinese economy in industry wakes. And the last type of economic policies that I'm going to talk about is the rural economic reform that initiated after the Mao Zedong began with a high prices that it increased for agricultural products in 1979. And in 1985, the government announced that it would it will be dismantle the system of planned procurements with the states allocate production quotas in agriculture. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to talk about the economic aspects of China. So the first one is the currency. The currency, we can see the currency from China is yuan, and the value of the yuan in front of peso colombiano is 446. Now you can see in this graphic the volatility in the currency of China in front of Colombia. Okay, the second aspect is inflation. So the inflation of China is 2.5% since of January, so you can see 2007 until July 2018. It's good inflation because it's low and stable, so you can see the volatility is. The next topic is the gross domestic product, and now you can see the graphic. And the graphic, the first one, it's the first part of the graphic, it's about 8%, and the part of down is 6.6%. So right now, China is around 6.5 growth rate. It's a good growth rate. So the second graphic, it's about the gross domestic product. This value is it's in billion of dollars, and you can see how the gross domestic product is grow in the different years. Okay, now the next topic is unemployment, and the unemployment rate from China since 2005 is 4.75%, and now July 2018 is 3.83%. So the meaning of this rate is China has unemployment natural rate.